Hey everyone, it's Austin and welcome back to the channel. It's day 261 on my journey to 2000 where I'll be uploading a video every day until I make it there. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, check out all them links, and it's puzzle day, baby. We're gonna do some puzzles. Um, so Wednesday I tilted, lost all those games, lost all those points. I recorded a bunch of games on Thursday all the way through like to upload to like Tuesday or something. Didn't play it all Friday. It's Saturday morning. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm sick or it's just allergies, but I feel like I got hit in the face with a baseball bat. And yeah, we're going to do some puzzles, dude. Whatever. Alright, so it's Puzzle Rush Survival, and it looks like they actually made a new animation for the start. So that was pretty scary. And I'm just gonna breeze like right through the first like 10 puzzles. You know, if at any point you're confused about what the moves are, then go ahead and pause the video. But what I really want to do is not have this video take forever. Oh. Yeah, sometimes I still struggle on these, which is why it's important that I do them. Nine. And a lot of these are just like mate in one. This is a beautiful checkmate. Weird. It's funny, you do these puzzles and it's like, I don't want to say it's frustrating, but it's kind of like, you know, like when the hell would this ever actually happen in a game? Like if you had a position like this in a game, then imagine how amazing that would feel, because that just doesn't happen. Wow, little pawn checkmate for the boys there. Oh, so this one is a breakthrough sacrifice. Interesting. Now we take, because the king is completely cut off. Another pawn checkmate. This is like a very common situation where if they walk towards you and you have the rank cut off with the rook or the queen, then you can move a pawn forward and give checkmate sometimes. Check there. Excuse me. Check there, here. Whenever it's not just like checkmate in 2 moves, you know, it's actually kind of challenging. Check there, check. You can block with either piece, and I don't really like that. If he blocks with the queen, alright, so what's the deal here? We're down. He's got the knight in the corner. So we have all 4 pieces. He has 3 pieces. So he's just up in exchange. Takes check. Here. Check. Here. Takes. Here. Here. Doesn't seem very convincing. I kind of wonder if it's some idea with this move instead. No, what am I talking about? For some reason I was thinking if the queen blocks that it protects the rook. It does not. You know, sometimes you just gotta catch yourself a little bit. Okay, so this is really weird. Obviously I'm seeing the alignment of the queen and the rook on this square. So I wonder if the move is just this, and then protect the pawn like that. But then it's just mate here. So here, is there any way to protect this pawn and protect mate? It doesn't really look like it. if you go here, I just take, and then after you block, then I could come here, and you're busted. So I think that that's just the move. That was kind of cool, like a little sneaky one. So it seems like he's forcing a queen trade, but we can just take with the other piece, and no matter which way he goes, it's queen mate on that square. And this is just a mate in one. Goodness gracious. I can feel my head swimming. It's not a good feeling. This is definitely a pretty hairy situation for us. After takes. This is hanging. Sorry. This is hanging. So if we play rook e8, queen e8, h takes g4, queen e3 check, and I'm pretty sure there we can like just resign. Say king h1, check here. No, our queen covers that diagonal. I'm bugging. Takes. What else does he have? I think the mistake would be to take this, because then this check. What if he just plays that instead? Then we go here, I guess. So rook e8, queen e8, h6 g4, queen e1, queen f2. I mean, that seems pretty solid to me. But I mean, what are we really achieving there? Because then we'll only be like... No, I mean, we'll be up a rook. We'll be up an exchange, I guess. Or no, we'll be up a rook. That's what I think it is. Okay. Sometimes I feel like the chess.com puzzles stop too early. I'm not gonna lie. So this check just seems like incredibly obvious. Block, take. Block, take. Block. Take. Yeah. So that was pretty easy. This one, check here, check, picks up the rook, check here. Do we have better than that? I mean, do you need better than that? Especially because you pick it up with check. Yeah. Sometimes I just like to try to continue calculating to make sure that if you do it, it actually wins you. Oh my god, I almost just hung my queen. That was almost like a real live game right there. So check. Can't go this way. Can't block with anything, so the king has to go back, and then we go here. And then it's just back rank stuff. I gotta forget that this isn't puzzle 2. It's not just mate in 1. Which was weird, because I didn't get any queen mates in 1. Like, a lot of times you'll get like put a queen 2 squares away from the king, and it's mate. So I mean, this pawn is just hanging. That pawn is just hanging, and he has no checks. Then what can he do to attack my queen, I guess? here to try to remove the defender of the knight. But then this is hanging. So it takes here. He needs to simultaneously defend the knight. Knight back, I just can take. I'm also hitting the rook in the corner. I mean, like, why wouldn't I just play this move? He literally doesn't even have any checks. Because I was a good guy and played a6. I'm really looking for a move to refute this. Yeah. Okay, that one was like surprisingly easy, so it felt weird. Okay, so I always get this one wrong. What you're supposed to do is take first and then give check to pick it up, because if you give check right away, then he can block with the queen and you're not achieving anything. But I always end up like taking first because I'm like, me see check, me give check. Obviously this is the tempting move, but then that's just pretty devastating, and then we have to come back. Takes, check here, queen here, and it just seems like we're giving a lot for no reason. So this, I think, is a good idea. And then what does he play? Queen takes c3. Do any checks help us? I don't think so. Here, he has no checks. Yeah, he does. He has this pawn hanging. Takes check. Here. Same story. Kind of feels like, why do you allow that? Excuse me 1 second. I have to cough up a lung. This is one of those positions where it feels like there's a lot of moves that are good, but none that are like it's hard to find the right move. Maybe I'm just stupid, I don't know. I feel like it's just take. Check, back. Because this, I mean, we go king a1, and it's like, then you pick up this pawn, so he's winning 2 pawns with that. Versus this, if he takes... Oh, no, we can't allow that. If we do this and he takes here, then... No matter where my king goes, it's back rank mate. Well, I guess I could block with my rook. But then he takes here anyway. So maybe there has to be some sort of check to help me out here. Check defends the pawn. And then we play this. Check. If king up. I'm pretty sure you're just getting mated. So I don't think he would do that. So he would go back. And then I take this. And then this, I just come back. Check. Over. Yeah, I think that's the move. That was actually really hard. I mean, maybe it was easy for you guys because I struggle with these, but... So check here. If you go here, then I think you're just busted. So check. King up. Check. If you go here. Check. And that's mate. So check here, check back. That's mate. So I'm struggling to see why I don't just play this check. Here, check. Here. Check. Back. Checkmate. Yeah, it's just this. It's just this. I love my diagonal checks, especially when anything that blocks can just be taken. And yeah, that's actually just mate. You actually need to sack the queen to get another escape square, but then I just take it. And then when I take it with check, it actually blocks that escape square. So this might be the only time that I've gotten 30 perfect in a row. I don't know. Damn, I want to sack all my pieces right now. This is crazy. Oh my god. Is it queen takes? No, I don't think it can be. I was calculating queen takes, pawn takes, mate. Oh my god, arrows are hard. But that's not even mate. He has this square. And he can take with the queen, so. Two slight problems with that. So I kind of want to go here. Just to threaten that. And then it's kind of like, what do you do to stop it? Probably just take my queen. That's probably a pretty good move. Interesting. Is it takes? King takes. No, I just don't think there's anything there. This pawn is always going to be defended by the queen. Man, I don't know. Can I just castle? I mean, if castling is allowed here, I feel like that's just a really good move. His king is super exposed. If I go here, he just takes this, and that just doesn't work. I can't castle my kings on the D square. Kind of funny. Man, this is tough. See, this is where I always struggle when I can't even find a candidate move. Like, I can't even find what move I want to calculate. It's kind of like when you can't even get started, how do you proceed? So I'm just gonna sit and look at it for a minute. Again, my goal is to score as high as I can, so I don't want to just rush through this. So I don't know, I guess just skim through the video and find where I start making moves if you're bored. So there's the alignment of the queen and the rook, but I can't go to bishop b5 like ever, because he can always just block with the c-pawn, and then I take en passant, and then it just doesn't feel very conclusive. Like, for example, if I had 2 moves in a row to start the sequence, a6, bishop b5, c4, d takes c3, queen takes d6, bishop takes d6, and then, I don't know, rook infiltrates with rook f5 or something. And it's like, he's just fine. I'm just rechecking my captures. Queen takes g3 does nothing. Rook takes h2 does nothing. I can never go king d7 because of bishop e6 check. Wonder if there's a way to get my queen over to h3. Here we go. What about queen h6? Queen h6, queen d4 check, bishop d6. I think I'm getting mated there. I think it's queen h6, queen d4 check, bishop d6. I think you can even sack the rook e8 check, and then my only move would be to take back rook e8, bishop e8, king e8, and then no, my bishop covers that square, I guess. My light square bishop. So I would never have to take with the king. And then I would be safe from checks on the dark square diagonal because of g5 being protected by my queen on h6 and the f6 square being defended by the g7 pawn. So if I play rook h2 and he takes on h2, then I give check on h6. And then if he goes back to g1, queen h1 check, king f2, queen g2 checkmate would be pretty saucy. So he can't take. So rook h2, the thing is that move doesn't make a threat. Yeah, it does. It threatens g2 check and then queen h6 check. So I definitely think the move is rook h2. I'm finding it. This is good. This is what I need to do. I need to struggle through it. So thank you guys for your patience. Rook h2. Rook h2, rook e2. Rook h2, rook e2. No, I would just take it. Rook takes e2, queen takes e2, queen takes g3, check. And then the queen has to block. The white queen has to block and it's mating. What's the move, man? Is there a move? Rook h2, rook f3. Just trying to block the diagonal. Then I take. Queen takes. And then I take on d2. And yeah, I definitely think that this is the move. Hell yeah, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's a lot of things that are capturable, so I think I just need to find the right move here. Like the correct capture. So, knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes. I mean, that just seems like, you know, he's defending it 3 times, I'm attacking it 3 times, big whoop. So I don't think that that's it. If I take here first and then knight takes, the knight's pinned. And if I go here to threaten, I guess I'd really want to threaten more of this. Blocks takes. No, then he just takes the knight. Then I take with check though. But then he can block with this knight, so it's not actually hanging. Knight takes just feels so natural. Knight takes, and then I play this check, actually. Because the knight is pinned. And no matter what, I pick up this, I'm pretty sure. But then I would have to make sure I take this first. No, because then the queen would take. Knight takes, check. Blocks. If I just take this, then he takes here. And the queens see each other. And the queens see each other. And of course, if I play knight takes, check, bishop blocks, then bishop takes, and the queen just takes, and the knight's defended. Knight takes. Just feels right. Oh my god, Austin, it's a knight. It's not a bishop. It's takes here. Oh my god. Knight takes, check. Blocks, just take this. And then you have 2 attackers here and you can trade everything. Okay, so this is the move that I had to see, but... So, I mean, this check is like the most obvious check in the world to pick this up, right? Why wouldn't I play that? Check here, checkmate. Like, how do you have a puzzle like the one that we had two puzzles ago? And then, yeah. So he's threatening this. Can I sack my queen? check. Is that mate? No. Problem is if he comes forward, he can't. Yeah, he can. So if I just play this move, like you need to calculate the more forcing stuff first. So queen here. First of all, if he just goes back, then he gets mated. So you have to take the queen. Queen takes, check, king up. If king up, then check here, check there, wins the queen back for a rook, though. So I would just be down a rook, and that's not good. So queen a6, king a6. Bishop. Could it be bishop c5 check? King up. The king can't go up, Austin. You have a rook covering that square. So it's queen a6, king a6, bishop d6, king b7, rook a7. Now the king is forced onto the back rank, and he's forced to this square where I play pawn b7 check, and then he would be forced to go to d7, and then I would promote with check from the rook, and then he would be forced to go here to e8, and then on e8 it is not so simple, in my opinion. I don't feel like that's very conclusive. I have a queen. I got my queen back, but I have a rook on a7, and his rook on d8 kind of defends himself. Can I sack the queen? Takes, and then rook here is checkmate. Does he have to take my queen? Yes, he does. I think that's the move order. Let's calculate one more time. Queen a6, king a6, bishop d6 check, king c8, or I skipped a move. King b7, rook a7. I'm sucking with my arrows, I'm sorry. Rook a7. Now king c8. Now b7 check. And yeah, the king is forced to d7. b8 queen with check from the rook. King e8. And then we take the rook, takes, and bishop covers these squares, rook covers all these squares, and then this rook swings in with checkmate. So that's definitely the move order. Okay, I mean, you can give up your queen, but it doesn't really stop it. I think it's really stupid that it doesn't make you play it all out. Honestly, I do. So I think this is very instructive, that you have to give this check first to make sure that you take away the escape square. Check here, mate. If you check, then the king starts to run away, and you're not able to move your bishop to control that square. So it's like a move order thing. So if I take this, and he takes, and I give check, he can block with this, defending the rook. But if I take here first, then he can take with the rook. and I get nothing of what I want. So if I take, then take this, then he just takes with the queen. Okay. That's not working either. Takes, queen takes, check, queen back. Can't take there because then he just takes my queen. Okay, okay. No, it's just check. Give this check, and then king moves wherever, you just take this. If rook takes, we just take it, because after takes, we take the queen. Just take that. He gives a check on the back rank, but we're fine. Yeah, there's no way. There's nowhere for him to put more pressure on the bishop where I'm not starting to give checks. So we just take this. And then, you know, our queen is defended. So that one wasn't so bad. I mean, this check really wants to be played, doesn't it? Check there, check. There. Huh. Huh. I mean, this knight is just hanging. And then it would just be equal material. And we would have this kind of an idea. Rook takes f6, rook e7. Rook f2. Rook c7. Check here. Doesn't feel quite right, does it? But my rook is hanging. I don't know why he didn't take it, because his rook was hanging, I guess. But if takes, just take a pawn. That seems pretty good to me. I don't know. I definitely think the move has to be to take the knight. I mean, takes rook here. I could just go rook here. Check. Oops. Because if I give this check, then the rook is stuck to the bishop. I just need to find the line after this. Rook e7. Rook df8. And now if you go here, takes, check. That gets really scary. Oh, that gets scary, scary, scary. Takes here. Takes here, here, here. Check. Takes, check. I don't think that works. We're in it for the long haul, guys. 40 minutes in. The goal is to give mate here. sack 1 rook, bishop takes, and then it ends up being mate after he has both of his rooks off the back rank. That's the goal. Takes. Here, check. Or sorry, here. Here, check. King out. Check. Defends this pawn. King here. Rook out. Defended by the bishop. If he takes the pawn, I take this. Probably with this rook. King here. So maybe not with that rook. Maybe with this rook. Check. King here. And that still doesn't feel very conclusive. Because this bishop just defends like these squares. So maybe I don't need to bring my bishop all the way back. Maybe it's takes here, 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 check, here, check. No, we don't want to block our piece. Check. Check just picks up the bishop. But then we're getting hit with this. If I play check there, then he goes here, then I take this. Or I take this with check. And then I can come back. I was getting impatient there, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really not gonna lie to you. I just like didn't care about that one as much as I probably should. So I feel like the move is just check here. Because the king has no squares. You can only block with this and then we just take it. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't this be the move? I mean, you literally can't block with anything, right? Hello? Why is that even a puzzle, dog? Why is that why is that 2012 rated? You know what I mean? Like, is this just mate in 1? Like, there's no way, right? I'm really excited to see what puzzle 36 was, you know? If I was just overthinking it like crazy or what? Is this not just check? Check here, takes, check. Here. Like, this is hanging, but do I care? Check here. Takes, check. Here. And then, now the queen is defended by the bishop. Hang up one sec, let me, respond in Discord. I would really like to do some stuff with this. Do I have some sacrifice here? So check here. Queen h4, g3, knight g3, pawn g3, queen h1, king f2, bishop e3. Have to take with the pawn. And then check. I feel like the king has to go back there. I mean, I know that it's winning. I just need to find the line. Like, there's like no way that it's not winning. And it's good for my visualization that I'm trying to train to try to find it in this position rather than just playing a couple moves first. So after here, I give check on h1 and his king comes up. Do I sack the rook? Pawn takes. No, it has to be check because my queen is hanging in the corner. So check here. Check. King goes back. I mean, the king would probably go back here. Takes. And then the threat is on this guy. Except not really. This is very challenging. It's like, how are you going to put a mate in 2 puzzle next to this one? You know what I mean? Probably because the puzzle's just going to end after this. And then it's going to be like, oh, black is winning. I mean, what I could do actually is just take the queen and then move the knight and be completely winning, to be honest. Just move it here because the bishop doesn't control this square anymore. And then I'd be threatening to go here, which is like really good for me. That's probably what I would play in a real game, to be honest. So queen check takes, or queen h4, g3, knight takes g3, pawn takes g3, queen takes h1, check. King f2, queen takes d1, check. Bishop takes d1, and then just like maybe even knight e5. You know, just keeping eyes on this square and on this square. Gonna go rook here. Well, no, I'm not, but yeah. I definitely think that this is the idea. So yeah, now here's the big question, right? Do we give this check to pick up another pawn first? I mean, probably. His king is just trapped, right? So check. Here, check. Check here. Yeah. I don't think that it's this. Yeah. I kind of cheesed that one a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, and just do this, right? Check first. No, that'll bring his king up. We don't want his king to come up. Here. Sorry. Knight a4, king g2, king f4. Still no checks from the knight. So what does he play there? He's in Zugzwang. If he goes there, I go here. There he has a check. But no, I would just take it. No, I mean, I definitely think that this is just the move. Why aren't I just taking the pawn? Because you're going to give me check. Takes. Check here. Takes check here. just give up the pawn, except you can't actually give it up. And then the knight from there can't go to those two squares and go there or there. And then he just starts giving me a poop ton of checks. So if I go here, I'm not actually threatening to take, so I have to take the pawn for sure. I mean, check. Maybe I run the king away, but then he still has this check. King comes back, check. It's like you can't really escape the knight checks. What about this? It's just gonna stop. I knew it was just gonna stop. That's so stupid, man. We just push this and win the rook, I think. I mean, technically, I think it's winning. Takes. Here, you know, if you go this way, then we're definitely winning. But if takes, check, or sorry, check here, king here, then we have opposition and we're winning. But do we need extra pawn moves? Take rook c3, king c3, king c5, king d3, king d5, king e3, you always step to the opposite side, king c4. What you do is you walk the king up and then you move the pawn is how you do it. Okay, and then it just ends. Like, again, like I think you really need to, if you actually want to test somebody's understanding of these positions, I really think that you have to continue. Like, and if we just go up here, if we go here, like, queen takes is going to be the next move no matter what, right? So it's a matter of protecting ourselves after that. In which it's kind of annoying to try to do. So where does the king go? We have 3 squares. King e8 is terrible. Is it f2 or e7? If I go king e7, this comes with a discovered attack threat. And then rook takes, rook over, king up, check, there, queen back, takes, take the knight, and then we sacked pieces for nothing. I mean, my intuition is really just saying king f7, so that way you're not on the same line with these 2 pieces, but then he's also threatening this pawn with check. So it's like, you know, what do you do? I guess we got to find out what our plan is first, and that'll help influence us into what is the correct way to go. So king f7, queen takes e5, and let's try to find a move there. If we find our plan, then it will tell us better to where to put our king, I think. So I already kind of talked about this idea. Rook takes g2, and you have to take, obviously. Like, if you go here, then that's mate. So rook takes g2 in that position, king takes g2. Then what is our best follow-up check? intuitively, it would be rook g8. Rook g8, and I think that what he would want to do is put his king towards the center. If you go to the edge, then we have queen f1 check, and then king g4. We have this check. His king goes down one more square, and that's mate. So he has to come to the center. So rook takes, I hope that makes sense to you guys. Rook takes, king takes, rook g8, king f3. King f3, we have a queen check on d3, but then he can block with his queen. And that's what we calculated earlier. Gotta find a way to use this other knight that we have. No, he can't block with the queen, because then we take with this knight. So queen e3 check in that position. He can't go to f4. Does he have to block? Yeah, he has to block, and then we take with the knight. And then after knight takes queen on e3. Something's not right, because I think the king positioning doesn't matter in that position. And obviously, like, the king positioning has to matter, because that's the first move of the puzzle. So king f7, I'm missing something. King f7, queen takes e5, rook takes g2, king takes g2, rook g8 check, king f3 check, or king f3, queen d3 check. And the king can't go anywhere. Okay, I'm not considering the knight blocking. If the knight can block with check on the king, then I lose. So that's why it has to be king f7. After rook g8 check, the king can't block. The knight can't be able to block with a counter check on my king. So the move has to be knight f or king f7. Yeah, exactly. Boom! That one felt really good, guys. That one felt really good. Every once in a while, you know? I mean, check here is just like the most intuitive move to make. If I take this, then he just pushes and there's no way to stop promotion. Is there a way to mate him? Check. King has to go back to this square. King here threatens mate here. No, it doesn't, because then he would have this. And the same would be true on this side. So check back. I don't have this square because then he just takes. And if he has any opportunity to sack one of his rooks for this knight, he's going to do it because he's going to be able to promote a pawn. Check here. King back. Would be threatening this mate. And he has no checks to stop me. He has to give up both of his rooks. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. That was a good one. So it's this, right? No. If I take here, then just king takes. And then there's nothing. If I take here, king takes, check. King up and out. And I'm busted. I actually can't even do any of that because these rooks these rooks are skewered to each other. This is queen a1. Queen a1. We're running out of space on the overlay. We're getting so many puzzles right. Queen a1. Yeah, obviously if you take its mate. Queen a1. Rook. I mean, any queen move that you make that defends this rook has to undefend this rook. Yeah, because they're just... Yeah, they're on different diagonals. There's no way. The only square would be this square or this square if there was no pawn in the way. So I think the move is just queen a1. Queen a1, and then if you give this check, takes here, here, and we're still just completely winning. Because there's no way to defend. Yeah, I think it's just this. Let me just... God, I don't want to move too fast and get anything wrong. Queen here. And then... Yeah, I think you end up just losing this rook. It's like if you go here, then we just take, queen takes, and then we take this rook, we're just up a rook. F, dude! I knew it. I knew that was not something right. So this check forces the king back towards the center. And then after the king is back towards the center, we give this check. And now if the king goes back, then we give this check and it's mate. Check, what other moves does he have? He can't block with anything. Yeah, it's just this. Or what am I talking about? This is just mate right away, right? No, the bishop. The bishop. Oh my god, the bishop. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire, man. Terrible. Alright, I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. This is getting serious now. Alright, yeah, just make sure you skim past that part in the video, because I'm not cutting it out. I don't do cuts. So rook c1. If you block, I just take. And everything's defended. So I think the thing is that this is, you know, that we have some tension amongst the pieces, right? This is pinned to the queen. So if I take this, then just rook takes. And then I take this, and he takes this. And then rather than leaving it there to die, I can just come back. But if I take this, and pawn takes, the idea is that we have this with check. And then we just move the bishop and we're fine. So I actually think the move is just taking the knight in the center. Like I said, rook takes. Rook takes. Same thing. We can just give check. Or we could even take first. If knight takes, then bishop takes, then knight takes. No, that doesn't work because our queen would be hanging. Knight takes, bishop takes. Oh, that's the problem. Knight takes, bishop takes. Queen takes. Anything takes here. Probably has to be the pawn. Pawn takes. And we traded pieces. And that doesn't really feel like anything happened, right? So that's not great. Knight takes. Knight takes. I wish I had some check that won the queen. Is it bishop takes first? Vincent! Knock it off. He's trying to get into something in the closet. Or again, is it just this? I feel like that doesn't really do anything. I like the fact that he's pinned, right? Like that's what the people want. Is there a way to put more pressure on this piece? If I like do something like this, he just takes here. This also comes with check. So it's not really pinned, actually. This capture is always going to get him out of that pin. Yeah, if I just do this, he just gives this check, and we're just screwed. So what I really have to figure out is what is the move after this? If I play knight back, we already talked about this a million times. Bishop takes, queen takes, pawn takes. I feel like it has to be this. Oh, I don't want to get the third one wrong, man. I don't know. I'm just so out of energy. I've been calculating super hard for like an hour and 10 minutes, man. That seems pretty good. And then I have this check coming in with the queen. Damn. I always say that I'm going to take it seriously, and then I just don't. I just never do. So that was the move that I played that was wrong. Is it this check? Okay, but then what, right? Check. We have to block. Oh, and then we just take this with check. Man, that was so simple. That was so simple. Now this one. Is it just check and then queen a1? If you go here, then check here. Check here. Yeah, I think it is. Now it's, yeah, check. No, what is it now? Is there a way to win the... There has to be a way to win the rook. But the only way to win the rook would be through like a skewer. Because the queen defends the diagonal. No, that doesn't... Yeah, there's no way to win the rook. What is the move? Hint. Show me. Check. Oh, and then we take this with check. Very nice, very nice. You know, can't get them all, so we know that this is the correct first move. We do this because then this is hanging. Man, I just needed to calculate one more move ahead. Ugh, that is always the challenge, isn't it? You always calculate one move too soon. You stop calculating one move too soon. Jeez, dude. Alright, let's do a quick 3-minute puzzle rush. Just to kind of like speed it up a little bit. Get the feelings out of the system. I'm probably not going to talk much during this, because this is obviously going to be intense. Yeah, that's just free. That actually took me a second. Like that's just free, bro. Oh, my brain. My brain feels fried now. Oh my god, what is the move? Yeah, I was missing that one completely. I didn't want to waste too much time on it. Checkmate. It's just like a queen sack. Man, what the hell is this one? I guess just taking that. Check here. Check here. Check here first? Yeah, it's just this. Okay. Sorry that took me so long. That was like... God, I'm moving so slow right now. This is crazy. That's the thing about doing puzzle rushes, is that it makes me move so slow for a while. Check here. Doesn't seem conclusive at all. Oh god. The 30-second mark is always so scary, isn't it? What? What? I don't know. Oh, I missed it. I mouse slipped. I had 0 seconds on the clock. Yeah, see, all-time number 22. I normally get like over 30. So that's just like embarrassing how slow I was moving. Alright, so let's take a closer look at this one. Like, what the hell? So his king is on a dark square. Just win the bishop? Okay. I was going for mate. Just a silly, goofy guy. It has to be something with this. Oh, wow. This. Is the queen trapped? I guess it is. Yeah, and I got this one right. I just mouse slipped at the end. Brutal. Alright, guys. I think 1 hour and 15 minutes of puzzles is enough. I feel like I want to go lay down. Ugh, but I'm probably going to record more videos so that way I can actually take a proper break next week. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you very much for watching. As always, I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.